Again, in this episode, we are looking at scalar multiplication. So there's a couple of types of basic multiplication in matrices, and they are scalar and matrix multiplication. So this one is scalar multiplication. Scalar sort of just means one quantity, one direction. How I like to think of it is that I think of scalar as in it sounds like scale. Well, it's not absolutely correct, but when we use scalar multiplication on a matrix, it scales things up or down. So for instance, we've got matrix A here, and if we do 3 times A, then we're making it 3 times bigger. So we're scaling it up sort of 3 times. And I find that an easy way to think of scalar multiplication. As far as multiplication goes, it's a fairly easy one. So if we look at this first example, we're doing 3A, or 3 times A, and that means A is this matrix here, 2 by 2, and all we do is we multiply everything inside the matrix by 3. That should be 0. So 3 times everything in there. To do it the long way, this will get much shorter as you do it. So we do. So hopefully we can start to see what each element becomes. All right, so 3 times everything in there. So product of 3A is going to be equal to 3 by 5, which is 15, 3 by 1, which is 3, 3 times negative 3, which is negative 9, and 3 times 0, which is 0. Okay. Now, along with multiplying by a number, we can also combine operations. So with this, we need to bring in some previous knowledge. So we're talking about our use of order of operations. So with maths. Okay. So here we've got matrix A as 1, 1, 0, 1 as the 2 by 2. Matrix B, we've got 0, 1, 1, 0. And we're asked to find the matrix 2A. Sorry about a slight pause in the recording there. You wouldn't have noticed it, but in case I'm going over the same thing, this is why I'm repeating myself, because of that pause. So we're going to find the matrix that's equal to 2A minus 3B. So when we see that, hopefully we understand that we're performing our multiplication first, so the multiplication of 2A and 3B, before we subtract. And obviously we could combine this in a number of ways. That could be an addition. So we will hit that off first with setting out our 2A. So we've got 2 times that minus 3 times matrix B. Okay. So 2 times that. Now I'm going to skip that step there. I'm just going to go, right, 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. And then we will go on and now we multiply 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 0 is 0. Then we perform our subtraction. So we're taking, as in the last video, if you haven't watched the one on matrix addition and subtraction, we should know that, for instance, we're taking this 2 and we're subtracting 0 from it. Then we're taking this 3 and subtracting 3 from it, and so on. Okay. So once we do that, 2 take 0 is 2. 2 take 3 is -1. 0 take 3 is -3. And 2 take 0 is 2. Okay. And that is 2a minus 3b for the result of that. Okay. The only other thing that comes up a little bit in this chapter is a piece about zero matrices. So zero matrices have a few different things. I guess it's just zero matrix is any matrix that has all elements being zeros. Okay, so I'll just segment that off. Now, zero matrices can come about when we have one matrix. Say if we did matrix A up in our top left there, or doesn't matter which one, matrix A take matrix A, we would end up with a zero matrix. All right, so right now, nothing too special about a zero matrix other than it's any matrix where all elements are equal to 0. Okay, now we could say that other things like A, and if we multiply that by 0, if we scalar multiply that by 0, A times 0 would equal a 0 matrix. Okay, but right now, that's about all we know as a little side note. I hope that's helpful, in particular with the scalar multiplication. And we'll see you next time for matrix multiplication. Thanks, guys. Bye.